Okay, my baby is sleeping. My two oldest are kind of playing nicely upstairs, and it's thunderstorming outside. Let me see if I can catch it. I love that sound. For some reason, every time it's thunderstorming here, I just feel this huge itch to deep clean my kitchen. I don't know why. I think probably because I used to do it a lot when we first moved to Texas. Every time it would thunderstorm, I would just like deep clean because we couldn't go out. It's like ingrained in me now. We are gonna deep clean this kitchen. Obviously we have to anyway because we're getting ready to sell our house. It's on the market. We are impatiently waiting for somebody to want to buy it. I know the day will come. It's just really hard because it's totally out of our control, but I'm focusing on things I can control, which is keeping the house clean, cleaning it really good for the new buyer, and making sure it looks perfect for all of our open houses. So today I'm focusing on the kitchen while I have my kids playing and the baby's napping, taking advantage of the rain, all of the above. It's a good time to get it done. So let's get started. On the surface, our kitchen definitely does not look super messy or dirty, but it's all the little things that need to get done that added up. Our fridge really isn't too bad when you first look at it, but as I get closer, the doors need to be wiped down, the drawers on the inside and the shelves need to be wiped down. It just collects all this grime that comes over time, but I really like having our fridge organized. I feel like it helps me not waste food, so I'm gonna get in there. I'll probably just wipe down the freezer. I don't really organize it too much because we don't really keep too much in our freezer anyway. The trash can needs to be wiped down. Other than that, it's just a lot of wiping down, dusting. I'm going to be cleaning all the stainless steel appliances and showing you some of my favorite products that I use. I'm sure Diesel will be at my feet the entire time, so enjoy seeing him. It doesn't seem like a lot on the surface, but I promise there's going to be a lot of cleaning in this video, so I hope that I can motivate you or you can clean with me. Let's get this done. Sometimes when I post myself cleaning on Instagram, I'll find at least 1 or 2 messages or comments from people asking why I'm doing it all on my own. I should be making my kids do more things. My husband should be contributing. And it just bugs me so much because I'm not going to be using my family for content. That just has never sat right with me. Occasionally, you'll find a time lapse of my girls cleaning up the playroom or my husband doing a few things. But for the majority of the time, it's myself in the videos because it's my content. But of course they contribute. Of course they do things around our home. And yes, my kids do their own chores and have their own responsibilities that are age appropriate. However, I do really love cleaning. I know it sounds kind of silly, but just being able to put a podcast on and clearing my mind by clearing our home helps me so much mentally. You'll have to let me know in the comments if you feel the same way about cleaning. I assume you do, considering you're watching this video, or maybe you just need some motivation, and that's totally okay too. Anyway, back to the video. I had to share again my favorite cleaning product, which is Force of Nature. I've raved about it before, but I had to again. It is a non-toxic all-purpose cleaner that you make at home. You buy these capsules and it's super affordable, so much cheaper than getting stuff at the store, and it's just so much better for your health and to use around your kids and pets and in your home. By the way, this is not a paid collaboration. I have worked with Force of Nature in the past, but I bought them with my own money back at the very beginning of 2020 and have loved them ever since. I've never bought any other all-purpose cleaner since then, and it just makes me feel really good knowing I'm using something safe in my home. Speaking of safe products, here's another one of my favorites. This is Simple Coat. It's a stainless steel cleaner. It's got no toxins, no odors, and I've been so happy with it as well. I've also been using this one for about 3 years, and that's how long that bottle's lasted me. So a little goes a long way, but I feel like it does such a good job without all those nasty chemicals. And I tried using the other traditional stuff, and I always ended up with such a bad headache. So this has been such a better switch for us. Making my way to the microwave, reminding you to wipe it down. I've seen a lot of tricks where people put like water in there, and I just keep it simple. I really got into the nooks and crannies. You saw how dirty it is. It looked really clean on the surface, but again, just deep cleaning, trying to get into all the nooks and crannies and cleaning that turntable really good and making sure it's all shiny and clean. Normally, this corner of our kitchen is crowded with stuff. I just am so bad about making it a catch-all space. I put our lunch bags there and food and just like random things just always end up in this corner. So I've been trying really hard to keep it cleaner. This is where I keep Diesel's treats. I love these canisters. They're nice and big. I keep his big bones in this one, and then in the smaller one I keep smaller bones and little treats. And of course he heard me putting them away, so I had to give him one. He was waiting so patiently. We usually give one of these to him every night before bed. It's just part of his routine. He's also 80 pounds, and his stomach is made of steel, so don't take pet advice from me. That's just what we do for him. I'm going to show you how I make the Force of Nature cleaner. They send you this cleaner maker. I don't know what it's called, but you put water in it and a capsule and press the button and it just does its thing. It's awesome, and it saved me so much money just being able to make my own cleaner at home. Recently, I also switched over to Pure and Gentle for our dish soap. This bottle says hand soap, but it is the dish soap. I just didn't have the dish soap bottle. But I love this product so much. You can find them at Whole Foods. What I really like about their products is it's all made from real ingredients. There's no synthetic dyes or fragrances. In the last several months, I've been kind of on a health journey, I guess you could say. I've been trying to switch all our products to non-toxic and just way better options, and trying to manage the way that we eat better, just trying to pay attention to what is in our food and in our home products. I follow Just Ingredients on Instagram, and she's a great resource, but it's been a slow burning candle. I didn't want to do everything at once and overwhelm myself. What motivated me so much was I was noticing how often I was getting migraines. No matter how much water I drank, it just seemed like I was getting a migraine or a headache weekly, and sometimes more, and it was pretty debilitating. So I threw out all of our synthetic fragrances, switched all our products, and it's been a few months now and I haven't had a migraine since. So it's definitely been a really great switch for us. I also switched all of our pots and pans to cast iron and stainless steel, and that's been really helpful too. I enjoy cooking with this cast iron skillet, even though it is really tedious to take care of. I went on to clean the sink out almost every day. I try to get in here and clean up all the grime and disinfect it. Moving on to the fridge, and my gosh, this took so much longer than I thought it would. When I say I'm gonna deep clean, I really mean it. So we took everything out of the fridge, and I started with the door first, which a couple weeks ago, my middle child spilled baking soda all over it, and I cleaned up most of it, but it was still kind of in the corners of each shelf, so I had to get a knife and really get in there and get in all the nooks and crannies. I just really want people to be able to open this fridge if they're at the open house and not be like, whoa. So I want to make sure it looks really, really clean and spotless. Plus, it'll make for one less thing I have to do when we move out. Now that the door is done and all clean and tidy, I'm moving on to the main part of the fridge, which is the part I really don't like doing the most because I have to take everything out, take those shelves out and clean them, and it is such a big job for something that's probably just going to get messy again soon. I have seen on Amazon some shelf liners for the fridge specifically, and I've been holding out on buying them because I want to get them when we move. So I was thinking maybe I'll buy those and some other organizational type things for the fridge and kitchen and do a product review video for you guys. Let me know if you'd be interested in something like that. I just want to try out some things that I've seen that could possibly make cleaning the fridge a lot easier and a lot faster. For cleaning our glass shelves, I usually just go over it with my Force of Nature cleaner. Sometimes I'll clean it in the sink if it's really gunky, but this time it was just foggy from the milk and orange juice. So I just go over it with that, and then I did go over it with a little bit of Windex. I only use it on very rare occasions, so I wanted it to be really clear before I put it back in the fridge. I got those all cleaned off, put them back in there, and then started working on the drawers. This doesn't directly correlate with my deep clean, but I wanted to get this done while I had the fridge all cleaned up and emptied. I like to prep our fruit and vegetables for the week. I usually go grocery shopping twice a week because produce in Texas just isn't the greatest quality. It has to travel pretty far to get here. One day I'll have my own garden, but for now I do have to shop at the grocery store, of course. And I tend to just go twice a week so that we can keep up with all the vegetables and fruit, and we do go through it pretty quickly. I bought these glass meal prep containers a couple months ago on Amazon. You can find them in my Amazon storefront. The link is down in the description box. And I absolutely love the size. It's perfect for adding the cut up fruit I have so that I can just kind of put it at eye level for my kids. It's right there in the fridge when they first open it, and they're a lot more likely to eat those over something out of the pantry, which is kind of, what we go for. We try to get them to eat their fruits and veggies as snacks instead of crackers and pretzels and stuff. I did prep my peppers this way because I'm going to be making unstuffed peppers for dinner one night this week. I love prepping my vegetables before I actually cook the meal. I personally have a meal plan every single week. We only eat out about once a month nowadays. So when I have all these vegetables from my grocery pickup order, I just prep them all in one day at the beginning or end of the week so that I'm ready to go for those meals that I know we'll be cooking. I do like doing it all at once too because it is kind of a big production, and if I have to do this every single day, I'm not going to. So I try to get it all out of the way once a week. It felt so good to have everything prepped and put back in the fridge, and as a reminder, this is what it looked like before. Obviously, it wasn't terrible. It was definitely not as bad as it could have been, but it feels really good to have it all organized and clean and all my food ready for the week. But that is actually it for this video. I decided to make it a two-parter because there's just too much to do in the kitchen for one video. So be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss me cleaning the rest of this kitchen. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.